Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Adin Ross and his Brand Risk Promotions company hosted the UFC Apex event in Las Vegas last night. And one of his major matchups was Ray J versus Supah Hot Fire. They confronted each other prior to the event. You know, they was doing the usual, talking real slick to each other, selling the fight, right? And then came the moment of truth. They went at it, and Ray J took an L. Check out the fight right here.
Right now, why is Ray J fighting like that? Oh my Lord, what is this? Come on, Ray. Come on, Ray. What is this? This is crazy. Oh, don't knock Ray out. Oh Lord, don't knock Ray out. This is crazy. What is happening right now? Big! Oh my Lord. Oh Lord. Oh, Ray up out of there. Oh my God, the knock Ray out. This is crazy. Big! Ooh, oh my Lord. Jeez, what is Ray here doing? This is crazy.
That ain't as crazy as what's about to happen. Check this out.
Damn, bro. Like that? For real, my nigga? That's janky as
Say what you gotta say, man.
I don't want to say too much because I don't want to get nobody in trouble, but nigga got L tonight.
No, we didn't take
Like a money we lost. Nigga?
We didn't think you was gonna win. So how y'all lost money?
Wow.
Hey, I ain't gonna, that's a good method though. If I got my that, I'd be like, nigga, you look at that.
I can't see it, my nigga.
You got one of them cartoon lumps. You know when I love you, dog.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack right there. Now, here's the thing, fam. First and foremost, for getting inside of that ring alone, I ain't got no problem with that, because let me tell you something, fam. These dudes that dare to get inside of that ring, whether you're boxing or you're doing MMA, and you're not, especially if you're not a professional, especially if you are a celebrity, man, that takes a lot of courage. That takes a lot of courage. You can say what you want to say about Ray J, but he did something that most men, 99% of men ain't gonna try, will not do. They can talk all that talk they want to talk, but they are not going to get inside of that ring. They're going to sit back and do all the critiquing in the world, but they are not going to get inside of that ring, because that ring ain't no joke. See, I think they were probably fighting 2-minute rounds, but we fought 2-minute rounds in the amateurs and 3-minute rounds in the pros. Look, fam, let me tell you something. The average fight only lasts about maybe, 20, 30 seconds. That's the average fight. Let's strike street fight, right? You throw a punch, somebody else throw a couple punches, boo, 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 boo. Y'all rest up a little bit, do a little posturing, then you come back at it a little bit, fight over. Or you start wrestling and stuff, you get a few punches in, fight over, right? Well, in boxing and MMA, we're talking 2-3 minute rounds. You're getting hit, you're throwing punches, You're constantly moving. Your body is absorbing punches. Even throwing punches takes a lot of energy. It takes energy from your body. You got to be game on to get inside of that ring. And you're moving, you're constantly moving for 2 to 3 minutes. You're constantly engaged for 2 to 3 minutes. Ain't no hold up, man, let me take a break. Ain't no, yeah, you can take that break if you want to, but that don't mean your opponent gonna take a break. So when your opponent see that you tired, he going in. So you ain't gonna really get no real break when you in that ring, unless you just get on your skates and you start running. That's a whole different story. Then eventually you're gonna get penalized. But just getting in that ring, man, that ain't no joke. You know, I heard dude laughing it up and whatever. And that's the risk that you take. The risk, brand risk. But that's the risk that you take with your brand. If you get inside of that ring, that's the risk you take with your brand. You get inside of that ring and, you know, you mess around and get knocked out, people gonna laugh, you know. Very same people who will never get inside of that ring. But, you know, it's entertainment to a great extent. It is entertainment, and you do put your brand on the line, and, you know, that's what comes with it. So just be prepared. And he seemed, Ray J seemed like he took it in stride. He lost the fight. He got knocked out. He basically got humiliated, and he still took it in stride. But one thing that stood out was his post-fight interview when he said that, they took an L, and he basically insinuated that he was supposed to win the fight. Damn, Ray J, you can't be, man, hold on, bro. If it's like that, you cannot tell the people it's like that. Hey, I was supposed to win that fight, like, hey, man, what happened? You wasn't supposed to win, you know what I'm saying? Like, what happened? Like, you can't do that, man. You can't. Man, Ray J is entertaining, fam. Funny at times, serious at times, always entertaining. Yeah, that dude, yeah, he got a gift for entertaining. I will say that. He has a gift for entertaining. Ray J, I mean, y'all heard it. Like, was he trying to say that the fight was supposed to be fixed and he was supposed to win? Here's the thing that he has to be careful about. Ray J got a name. The dude who knocked him out, what's his name? Supah Hot Fire. The dude that knocked him out, he's kind of known in like battle rap, in the battle rap area, but most people didn't know who he was. And so he used that opportunity to advance his brand, So that's one of the things you have to be careful about. When you're going into the ring, you got to know that. You got to know who you are. And that whoever your opponent is going to try to make a name off of you. I remember when I was locked up, it was a couple of youngsters I had to break off. I did them dirty. But they were trying to make a name, and I understood. And I actually told one, I said, yeah, I already see what you're doing. You think you finna make a name off me. Nah, I'm gonna make an extra name off your ass. And that's what I did, because I already know they thinking, oh yeah, that's Willie D. Yeah, he a rapper, he washed up, he this, okay. Keep thinking you're right. So I'm going in already knowing that that's what they're thinking, that they think they're gonna make a name off me. So my goal is to make sure that don't happen. You see, that's with everything. My goal is to make sure that, hell, I can be shooting pool. I ain't finna let you win. So you can go around the rest of your life saying how you beat Willie D playing pool. That ain't gonna happen. You might win one game, but we're gonna make sure that we play more than one game. We playing the best. We're gonna play the best out of 3. And if you win 2, we're gonna change it to the best out of 5. And if you win 3, we're gonna change it to the best out of 7. I'm not letting you win, man. You're not coming up off my name. No, that's not gonna happen. Not going to happen. So Ray J got to be careful with that type of thing. If you're going to get into that ring, though, you have to get in shape. You got to take it seriously because you can actually get hurt inside of that ring. You can get yourself hurt. I mean, badly. You do not want to play. Boxing is something, fighting is something you don't play. You play football, you play basketball, you play pool, you play tennis. You do not play boxing. You do not play MMA. You can get yourself hurt really, really bad. So at the very least, before you climb into that ring, you want to make sure that you give yourself the best chance at winning. If you are lying in bed at 5:30 and you got to get up to go run, you need to get up and go run. Because, and one of the greatest motivators is if you stop and think to yourself, well, what is my competition doing? Is my competition still in bed? Well, let me get up and go run. Is my competition out running? Well, let me get up and go run at the very least, so that I can match his energy. If your competition's still in bed, well, let me get up and go run right now and catch him slipping. He's going to take off today. I'm running today. You got to give yourself the best chance at winning. Do your exercise, do your spa, make sure you out there, you make sure you're eating right. All of that go. Protect your energy, get your rest because combat ain't no joke, yeah, you got to take that type of thing very seriously. Some of these guys, they set up these celebrity fights and stuff, and they don't do no training. I mean, 0 training. You're already fighting from a disadvantage because you don't have any experience in pugilism. So you want to, at the very least, get in shape and get with somebody who knows how to fight. Don't just get with a gym trainer. Get with somebody who has some experience in fighting. That's if you're going to take it seriously. If you want to give yourself a chance, the best chance at winning. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.